Your 10-day tour of the treasures of Italy begins at home, where you'll start your VIP home departure service for your transfer to Gatwick Airport. On arrival, our representatives and SkyCap porters will assist you with check-in for your scheduled flight to either Venice or Bologna. Arguably, no other country in the world has so many cities that have retained such timeless perfection as Italy, and our tour provides you with the opportunity to savor the greatest of these cities at the same time as the delights of the Tuscan countryside. Our journey begins with a short tour of Verona, home of Romeo and Juliet, before we transfer to our hotel in Venice. Early evening, we arrive in St. Mark's Square, where, after a short stroll to soak up the atmosphere, we dine this evening. The following morning, take a guided tour of St. Mark's Square and the surrounding area. The rest of the day is free to explore, either on foot, in a water bus, or from a gondola. Whichever you choose, you can't fail to be captivated by this city built on 117 islands, and which boasts ornate palaces, peaceful canals, and picturesque squares. The following morning we travel southwards to Ferrara, located on the Po Plain and renowned red brick houses and spacious squares, and then on to Bologna, where you can experience its wonderful churches and architecture before later heading to your hotel on the outskirts of Florence for dinner. Next morning, a walking tour of Florence acquaints you with the world's most celebrated storehouse of Renaissance art and architecture, while the evening is spent enjoying the fine cuisine at a local restaurant. Refreshed, we begin the next day with a visit to Lucca, one of the most interesting and delightful cities in Italy, where you can explore the many churches, palaces and squares before continuing to Pisa and the famous Leaning Tower. From there, we travel to Assisi, home of St. Francis, founder of the Franciscan Order of Monks. The many highlights of this delightful town include St. Francis Basilica, Italy's earliest Gothic church, and the only papal seat outside St. Peter's in Rome. The following morning, we begin our walking tour of the ancient city of Rome, home to architecture dating from the pre-Christian era to the present day. Our tour will also include the Roman Forum, Vatican City, as well as the Colosseum, recently voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Finally, we enjoy a visit to Tivoli and tour the renowned Villa d'Este before returning for an afternoon of leisure. On the last day, we return to Rome Airport for the flight to London, where you'll be met by our airport representatives who'll escort you to the VIP transport waiting to take you back home.